I actually want to stop here and then ask a question to everyone in the audience. Like, do you want to make a guess about how much it will cost if you send, say, like that video I just shared with you guys, like 1 minute video, it's probably 1 GB, because it's a very high definition, high quality one. Like, do you want to make a guess of how much it will cost to store that video on chain on Ethereum versus Solana versus Dfinity? You can do that in the chat box. Otherwise, I'm gonna handpick some of you guys to make random guess. Whoever have the closest guess, we can prepare Dfinity's swags t-shirts for you. But just to make sure that we are having an understanding. Okay, Jeff from Mafia Capital said it's around 1,000 for Ethereum and $10 for Solana and maybe 1 for USDC. Thank you, Jeff. Is there anyone else who want to make a guess? Feel free to just open up your mic and let me know. To store a 1 GB video on chain for Ethereum, Solana versus Dfinity. Matt, would you want to make a guess?
Oh, gee. Yeah, I'll take that down. I'll go with just 1,010 and 0.1.
Okay, please type your answer in the chat box as well. Fanny, or Frank, or Hayden, anyone want to make a guess? Or James, my roommate from Taiwan. Anyone want to try to make a guess about storing 1 GB video on Ethereum, Solana, and versus Dfinity? Richard. Okay, Wei Wang is saying 10,000, 10, and 0.01. You are making the intervals like dramatically larger. 1 million, 1,000, and then 1. Interesting. Anyone else who want to make a guess? We have 4 answers. Give me one more answer, and then I'll try to reveal. Okay, 2035 from Frank at XT Labs. Okay, so the reveal is, if you currently want to store 1 GB on Ethereum, this is based on the price of end of last year, was so 3,000. Right now, I don't know the price for Ethereum right now, but let's say, for example, it was 1,200. Then this number, 73 million times 1,200 divided by 3,000 will be around 30 million to store that video I just showed you guys entirely on Ethereum. So right now, those are not stored on Ethereum. There's a lot of Web3 chat apps, Web3 applications, and games. They currently store all of them on either AWS, Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure. It's a hybrid mix of using Web2 cloud services and then only using smart contracts to acting as a data container for very basic pointers. They point to that data sources. So it's still more like a client requesting contents from a server architecture. For Solana, it meant to be like the most efficient blockchain, as they say, during Japan Blockchain Week, Korea Blockchain Week, and Singapore Blockchain Week this week. But the price, of course, it dropped to around half, but it's still 500,000 to store that 1 gigabytes video on Solana. And for Dfinity, that price is around 2 to 3 US dollar. And of course, you can find it out already. It is sacrificing on its node operators. So when you judge like the blockchain trilemma, you can judge that, hey, Ethereum is way more decentralized. But I got a very strong impression that if an user log on to a D apps or a D games, and he or she can choose the user experience and the cost and the speed and security versus how decentralized it is. I realized that probably 10 out of 10 times decentralization, like how truly decentralized this underlying blockchain is probably will be prioritized like on the number 5. User experience is usually being prioritized as number 1. Then either is user experience or cost. The cost for you to make a transaction, the cost for you to store something. So this is something that I just want to point out. And also, it is one of the most energy efficient blockchain in the world right now. Okay, for time reasons, I'm just gonna run these through very fast. Currently, we find it fascinating to see there is only last year there is 450 Web3 application building on Dfinity and submitting their applications for the Ethereum Foundation grant. Although they didn't have such humongous grant such as Avalanche and Solana. The grant are in between 25K, 50K to 100K. I'm very happy to say that one of our portfolios, Dmail, have won all the 3 grants as the only project and the first projects winning all the 3 grants. It is trying to democratize Gmail in the Web3 space. You can also find a Web3 version Kickstarter, Web3 version LinkedIn, Web3 version Chatbox, and Web3 version Google Drive, Dropbox, YouTube on ICP. And for ICP, they are actually storing everything on chain. And something exciting coming up is they have just integrated the BTC ICP integration, Ethereum ICP integration. And as mentioned, the SNS is their killer technology coming out just this past Wednesday. And if you view by their GitHubs, how many commits are sent by daily, and from the top blockchain, you actually see more researchers and developers working on ICP than Ethereum. And very proud to see that XYO is ranking number 3. It's also our pro portfolio from Fund 1, Fund 2, Fund 3, and Outliers Incubator.